Hi, everyone. Welcome back to John English Talks. I'm Olivia.
And I'm John. Hello, hello. We're so happy to see you again.
Yes, before we start, don't forget to subscribe, like, and stay tuned. We have a fun episode today.
That's right. And today's topic is all about family. We're going to help you talk about your family in English.
Talking about family is something we do every day, right? But sometimes it can be tricky in English, especially if you want to explain who is who.
Absolutely. And the best part is, we'll make it simple and fun. So let's start with a little small talk.
Sure. John, how was your weekend?
Oh, it was great. I spent time with my family. My sister came to visit, and we all cooked together. How about you?
That sounds nice. I visited my grandparents. My little cousin was so cute, she kept asking me to play games with her.
Oh, kids are so full of energy, aren't they?
Yes, and spending time with family makes you feel happy and relaxed.
True. That's why today's topic is really important. Talking about family is something you will use all the time.
Exactly. So let's move on. How do you start talking about your family in English?
Well, first, you usually introduce your family members. For example, you can say, I have a brother and a sister, or I live with my parents.
Right. And if you want to be more specific, you can give their names or even ages. For example, my brother's name is Alex. He is 20 years old.
Or, my sister's name is Mia. She is a student. Simple sentences like these are perfect for ESL learners.
And sometimes people ask about your family, right? Like, do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, that's a very common question, and you can answer simply, yes, I have one brother and one sister. Or, no, I'm an only child.
Speaking of only child, I remember when I was in school, my friends always asked me if I had siblings. I had to practice saying, I'm an only child again and again.
Yes, repetition helps a lot. That's why practicing these sentences with friends or family is very useful.
So, John, can you tell me a bit about your parents?
Sure, my father is a teacher and my mother is a nurse. They are both very kind and supportive.
That's wonderful. You can also describe personality. For example, my father is funny, or my mother is very caring.
Yes, and you can also talk about hobbies or activities. For example, my father likes gardening, or my sister loves reading books.
That's a good point. Talking about what your family members like to do makes your conversation more interesting.
Absolutely. And now let's add a little story. I remember last Christmas, my whole family gathered at my house. We decorated the tree, cooked together, and played games. It was so much fun.
Oh, that's nice. Stories like that are perfect because they use past tense too. For example, we decorated the tree, we played games, we cooked together.
Exactly. And don't worry about mistakes. The most important thing is to speak and share your story.
Right. Now, let's talk about extended family. This includes grandparents, uncles, aunts, and cousins.
Yes, for example, I have two uncles and one aunt. My grandparents live nearby.
And if you want to describe relationships more clearly, you can say, my cousin Sarah is my mother's brother's daughter.
That can sound complicated, but don't worry. Just practice slowly. My cousin Sarah is my uncle's daughter. That's easy and natural.
Exactly. And you can also talk about living situations, like I live with my parents or my grandparents live with us.
Now, let's practice asking questions about family. You can say, do you have any brothers or sisters? How many people are there in your family? Who do you live with?
And the answers can be simple. Yes, I have one brother. There are 5 people in my family. I live with my parents and my sister.
Perfect. Now, Olivia, Let's introduce 5 important words or phrases about family.
Sure. The first word is sibling. It means your brother or sister.
For example, I have 2 siblings, 1 brother and 1 sister.
The second phrase is only child. This means you don't have brothers or sisters.
For example, I am an only child. I don't have any siblings.
The third word is extended family. This means grandparents, uncles, aunts, and cousins.
For example, during the holidays, I spend time with my extended family.
The fourth phrase is live with. It tells where someone lives.
For example, I live with my parents and my brother.
And the fifth word is generation. This means a group of family members of the same age.
For example, my grandparents and parents are from different generations.
Great. Repeat these words at home and try to use them in your conversations.
Now, let's do a quick summary. Today, we talked about introducing your family, talking about parents, siblings, and extended family, asking and answering questions, describing personalities and hobbies, using 5 keywords: sibling, only child, extended family, live with, and generation.
That's right. And remember, talking about your family is something everyone can relate to. Practice with friends or in front of a mirror.
Now it's your turn. Our question of the day is, comment below and tell us about your family. Try to use at least one of the new words or phrases you learned today. For example, you could write, I live with my parents and 1 sibling.
Yes, we would love to read your comments and practice English together.
And always remember, don't be afraid of making mistakes. Every time you speak, you improve.
Absolutely. Practice makes perfect. And sharing your family story is a great way to practice English.
That's all for today's episode. Thank you for joining us on John English Talks.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and stay tuned for our next episode.
Next time, we will talk about how to speak English at the restaurant. You don't want to miss it.
Bye-bye, everyone. Practice your English, talk about your family, and have fun.
See you next time.